Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to Show Rod Garage. This kit came in today and I was looking through it because I was interested, so I opened the box and I looked through it and I'm really impressed. Revell has really stepped up their game when it comes to the instructions, everything. So I want to do an open box on this. And I'll show you parts real quick, and then I'll show you the instructions. But I wanted to say now this kit. There's also an AMT kit out right now. I saw it at Hobby Lobby of this same car. The only difference is it's a hardtop. It's not a convertible. And I'll leave a link below to HPI guy. He opened it, did an open box thing, and he built it. And it's a 2-in-1. You can build it as a hot rod, street rod, whatever, or you can build it factory stock. And it doesn't even compare to this kit. It's like night and day. That kit, if you want a 55 Chevy, whether you want the Indy car with these decals, or you just want to have the car itself and it's a convertible, even if you want to paint it in a different color scheme, this is the kit to get because of the details that are involved in it. So, all right, we'll get on with it. I'll show you the parts and all that so you can see inside. Put this down. Here's the bag. Bag comes out of the box all folded up nice and neat. It has the sides taped. And then there's like things are bagged inside of other bags. So before I show you the body, let me pull some of these out. There's one piece that was off the sprue. Set that aside. That's this piece, which looks to me like it's the bottom of the dashboard. And there's going to be this. Here's where it hooks into the body. And there's some flash, a little bit of cleanup going to be needed, and all that. But it still looks fine to me. No different than anything else that you would see. Then you have here's one thing I like. Here's the hood, but it has a groove in it for that chrome nose piece. The AMT kit doesn't even have that nose piece. Here's the side door panels. They're separate instead of just a regular tub. They're separate, so you could do the different colors scheme, the red and the white, or whatever color that you want. Here's the steering column, and then there's just some other parts here, the backs of the seats and the back of the bonnet and all that kind of stuff. And they all look pretty good. There's not a whole lot of flash on them. A little bit of cleanup, but some of those mold things that are in there, you can see. So, but that all, looks pretty good. There's always a little bit of cleanup. It's still a Revell kit. And here's just another parts tube for the engine. Both sides. Everything looks pretty well defined and all that. And here's your chassis and your exhaust and some other parts of your chassis and axles. So they look pretty good. Here's your inserts for your tires for your white walls, and then here's your full if you want to put up the the convertible top. You have that. It comes with it. Now these here, I don't really want to open these. Here's your clear parts. So here's the best side. You got your clear parts. You got your rear and front windshield and side lights and all that kind of stuff. Or side mirror or side windows and headlights and all that stuff is all in there as usual. Then you have your clear parts, and there's one thing I want to, well, it's hard for me to point out. You have your bumpers. Chrome looks a little heavy, but I'm not real worried about that. But you have the insert here is your chrome, the insert from your dashboard. So you'll be able to do that, and it has decals. I'll show you that. So here's your front and rear bumper. And then here's some of the side. The chrome on the side of the car is in the bag where you put it in the car. You don't have to paint it. The side of the rear part of the body is in the bag, so you can just put that. It goes right in the body. Then it has your wheels and mirrors and stuff like that. You can see a little bit more detail when it comes to the instructions. Here's the body. It's in its own separate bag. It has the tub in there for the seats and all that. The tires are in there. You have the red lights that are in there. But if you can see this, this is going to make it a lot easier to paint that two-tone. You can see where it's scribed out. And that's where the chrome pieces go in. So that whole piece, it goes all the way to the back and comes down to the bottom of the car, comes across to the middle, almost the middle of the door, and then goes up. That's all a chrome piece that it just snaps and glues in there. So you don't have to worry about, doing bare metal foil. Now you will have to bare metal foil or paint the one chrome piece that's here on the front. You will have to do that. But other than that, the rest of the main chrome piece is all right there. So that's going to make life a little bit easier, and it also makes life a lot easier when it comes time to painting this two tones. So that's going to be real nice. Here's the instructions, and here's what it got me, where it really shows you, a lot. And, it would be nice if Revell, because I know that they're supposed to be coming out with, in America and in Canada, where you can get Revell paints. And the book is real nicely done. And then it has their paint call out. A lot of these colors you have, you'll have in your stash, I'm sure. Blue gloss, black gloss, black silk matte, matte black, orange for the engine. Then there's a anthracite matte. I don't know what color it just looks like a black to me. And you have your iron metal, which just looks like a silver, aluminum metal, dark gray silk matte, white silk matte, fiery red silk matte, and then there's just a few more other colors over here. There's a dark gray, black, yellow, silver metallic, red clear, orange clear, white gloss, and fiery red gloss. That's probably what you paint the body. And then it just has here the stuff that all the trees is out on both sides, so you have both trees called out and told you. But I'm going to do this from the very beginning. I'm going to take my time with it when it comes time to do it. And this is the first kit that I've seen where, as you're putting the engine together, they tell you to put the decals on. And they'll have decals on here, like on the top of this this, I guess what, header or whatever you call it, it has the Chevy decal. So it's silver. So you have that as painted orange, and then you have that silver decal that says Chevrolet on it. And then down here, you know, you have the other parts put together. Then there's decals that you put on these parts that get hooked up to the fan belt. There's a detail that goes on the fan belt, and then one on these two parts. You know, so there's just here, right here, in part step 5, as you can see, there's 4 decals that go on as you're building it. I've never put any decals on a fan belt before. So we shall see, you know. Here it has you putting decals on this. I guess this is some kind of a distributor cap. And then it has you putting decals on the air intake. So, and then you just go on from there building, and it has, the instructions are really nice and clear. And inside here, this is just a safety thing. Here's the decal sheet. So I'll show that, bring that up. And you can see where it's got, like, here's the Chevrolet, here's the decals for the dashboard, here's all the emblems for the car, here's license plates, here's the side of the car, all the decals that you would normally see for the tires. So that's really nice. They have a lot of nice things in there that should really make this car stand out. They even have a piece thing where it has the operator's manual for the convertible top that you put on the seat. And it tells you where to put that. So that's pretty cool too. So, and this little book here is just a safety thing that, I guess, you know, it's a lawyer's book is what this is. You know, safety advice. That's a lawyer's book. But then you go on and it explains putting the engine in the chassis, and then these cross members, and then we get on to the axle, and then putting the exhaust in, and everything has a color call out. And then it has, you know, putting the leaf springs in and the axle. And then it has your shocks, putting them in. And then your tires, and it even has on there, if you notice the way they have it, it's the parts are colored how they want you to color them. So it has, you know, to paint the very rim of the hubcap red, to trim that in a red color. And it tells you what it is. You put them together and all. Then it actually shows how, here on the seats, how they want you to two-tone it. How they want you to have it look. Red, where they want the red, where they want the white. Same thing with the door panels. And then the bottom of the tub. And how they want, you know, there's black at the very back, and then a white, and then a red. White at the very bottom here of the seats, some black for the speaker on the door panel. And so it really shows you how they want you to tape things off and paint things to really match the real car. And then it goes on, here's the dash, and it shows you all that there's 4 decals that go on that. And then it has up here where it has the tub and then the firewall and the battery. And there's another 3 decals that go on that they supply. Here's the steering wheel. Here's putting the steering wheel in and putting that into the tub. Here's the radiator. And then they have inside, they have you removing those cross members that are in the body. But then painting these front wheel wells black, they have you do that, and they show you to do that. So they have of that. And then here's just the front, putting the front together. Now here's something that I noticed. They have you trimming the window glass in black. That's the front window, front windshield. They have you trimming it in black. Then they have you trimming the side windows in black. You can see, as you can see right here. So you're trimming that in black so that when you put it together, everything is trimmed in black with the silver or the chrome around it. So they have that. And here's what I was talking about with, here's that chrome piece and the chrome door handle that go on the body. So that's really going to make it easy to do the two-tone. You should be able to paint in there, and it gives you a big enough separation that doing the body itself, it should be, not that it's going to be easy. Going to have to experiment. I'm still wondering what paints I'm going to use. And then they even tell you to paint the very end, because it's something a lot of people, including myself, forget. Paint the very end of the windshield wipers that are separate with a black, for the black rubber. They point that out to you. And these are nice colored, a nice colored book to put things together. And then here they have you finishing up, you know, with either way, the convertible top, you know, or just the folded down bonnet thing. And then they have here where you put the chrome piece on the hood, and you put the other pieces on the hood so it can open. Here's the mirror, and then you're finishing up. And then here's a detailed coloring of what the car should look like, with all the numbers on the decals of where they go. They have, you know, all these numbers. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, so that's 9 right there, just going on, you know, one side of the car. And then you do the same thing on the other side. There's the decal that goes on the seat. And then here they have the front, you know, license plates and the emblems on the front and the back. And then that's it. And that's 19 pages. The 20th page is this rear page. It doesn't have anything. But there's something I want to point out. This is a picture of the model itself. I'll bring it up. Now if you look at the windows, you can see where they trimmed it in black and all that. You can see that black trim that's going around those windows, which is, that's a nice touch. But let me show you something here on the box. Here's that same picture. They got some different close-up pictures on the back of the box. So you can see with that chrome insert on that dashboard and all that's going to look nice, especially with the decals on it and the engine. And then it shows you the rear, and then underneath. And then there's the car again, the built model. But on the front of the box, this car is a picture of the real car. A photo of the real car, because you can see the shadows when I took a picture, the different coloring in the front bumper, where it looks kind of an off yellowish. You can see where it looks like it's old and worn, or the sunset, the way that it's hitting it and all that. But the one thing that you can notice on this, if you look real close, if you look up here at the windshield now, the windshield and the side windows, yeah, they have that small piece of black rubber in there to seal the windshield. But for the most part, these little side windows, you don't see a big thick line of black. It's that chrome. It's a chrome piece that comes up that matches the surround for that front windshield. It matches it. It goes up and it surrounds that small little window. It's chrome. See it? So you have a choice. You could paint it with chrome, which would be the only thing I could think of is Molotow. Or you could paint it with a black trim. And then it's just going to look like black trim on that window. You know, so for me, I would hit it with the chrome to match it. I would do it like this, rather than the way that the model has you do it, like that. See where that window looks like it's black trimmed all the way around it? Instead of doing it like that, I'd rather do it the way the real car is and have the chrome match as much as I could get it. This line here, this chrome line, the top one for the front, you're going to have to do with bare metal foil. But this line here in the back comes separate from the car, which the AMT version of this, that's a hardtop, that does not come separate. You're going to have to tape off, and you're going to have to paint that with Molotow chrome or just a silver Sharpie. It's not quite the same. I think that chrome's really going to make it stand out. Having that piece, I think that was a smart move, and it'd be nice if a lot of model companies would do that with their kits. That side piece of chrome, they give you all the other chrome, but that side chrome that goes across the car on a lot of our model kits, if they could just put that channel in there and make that a separate piece you can glue in, it would really make your cars look a lot nicer and save a lot of time, a lot of taping, and all that kind of stuff. You know? So, but yeah, that's basically it. That's the 1955 Chevy Indy pace car. That's the open box. That's the parts. I hope I did a pretty good job. I know the video was long. 22 minutes we're going on. But if you want to show something, it's going to take a little bit. And I haven't seen anybody do an open box of this kit. And I've only seen one video of somebody building this kit and then another video that somebody had built it. You can pull up 2 videos that I saw of the real car, and they're only like a minute long. So that's it. So this is going to be a nice kit, and this is going to be a good adventure because I'm going to build this step by step the way it says, and I have to learn how to do the two-tone with acrylic paints and all that kind of stuff. So this ought to be a nice little adventure and a good learning, process. So, all right, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I hope you watched till the very end. And we'll have more things coming up on this channel with some more experimenting and things like that, that I'll try to share and, do. I'm in like kind of an experimenting mode. So, all right. Have a good rest of your week. We will see you next weekend with a clear coat on the chrome parts to see what we can do and see how things turn out. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.